update is brought to you by the champion beer, Carling Black Label.
South Africa's most popular beer brand has stepped in to make every football fan's fantasy to life to select their own starting 11. That's our Carling Black Label, of course, and Andrea Quaye, the GM of Carling Black Label, steps into the studio to help us out through this one. Now, why did Carling Black Label decide to get into football?
Andile, thank you so much for having me on your show. So Carling Black Label decided to get into football for two key reasons. And the first reason was around the fact that our brand stands for masculinity and it stands for rewarding men. And what is more rewarding than watching a game of football? And lots of men watch that as well. Andile, and then the second key reason was around the fact that, you know, football is something that is appreciated by a large group of people. And so is Carling Black Label. So we were looking for something really big that people loved and that rewarded men. So the fit is perfect for us.
Fit is perfect for us. But let's start right at the beginning. I mean, at the coming of our Carling Black Label Cup, there was a lot of talk about the Telkom Charity Cup. Has it come to replace that?
Andile, I mean, what I strongly believe is that this has not come to replace the Telkom Charity Cup. And the key reason behind that is because it is a totally innovative and it's a totally new idea. It's nothing similar to that. When this idea came up, we focused a lot on the supporter and what makes the supporter tick. We know that there is nothing more exciting or nothing more frustrating than sitting on your couch at home, watching a game and not being able to influence it. And you know the coach has made the wrong decision on the starting lineup. And you know that halfway through the game, he should be sending someone off. And what we're here to do, or what this campaign is all about, is about giving consumers a soccer extravaganza. For 8 weeks, you can be the coach.
And if you look at the two teams that you guys have chosen to work with, Orlando, Kaizer Chiefs, why those two teams?
Andile, I mean, the same reason that choosing football applies. We looked at the fan bases and we looked at the teams that had the biggest fan base to match our size. And we also looked at the teams with a national footprint. So we wanted a team, we wanted two teams that are enjoyed in Durban as well as Bloemfontein as well as Joburg. So those are the reasons why we decided to pick those two teams.
Now this concept, a first of its kind for football anywhere in the world. Now, how does it work? I think that's the key to it all. How does it work? How do I vote? How do I get my player onto the field?
Very simple. So just, I mean, think about when you top up your airtime. When you top up your airtime, you dial a number, *120, *764. And then what you do is you take the bottle underlined of the Carling Black Label off the cap and you type in the unique code. When you type in the unique code, you press enter on your phone or you press that green number. What happens is that the message gets transmitted to our database and a question comes back saying, are you a Kaizer Chiefs fan or are you an Orlando Pirates fan? And you pick one of the teams. And then what happens is you go into another screen that says, do you want to pick a defender, a midfielder, a goalie, or a striker? And you pick that. Afterwards, so with each entry, you can pick one player. And so, yeah, that's how it works.
One entry, one player, anywhere on the field.
Anywhere
that's how
on the
it's going to work.
Yeah.
And of course, so there has been a date that has been set and the venue for this cup. When is it all going down?
Great. Andile, sorry, I just forgot to say something, and it's a really important thing. This initial mechanic is free. So we're not asking consumers anything for it. It is absolutely free.
So you buying the Carling Black Label is the payment for it. From then on, it's all free.
It's all free. And then so the Carling Black Label Cup has a date. It's starting on the 30th of July, and it's at Soccer City or FNB Stadium. And basically on that day, you will obviously, you can either watch it on TV or you can either go to the stadium. But the exciting thing about that day is that you will be able to make a substitution. And we have studied supporters and we see supporters on the stands, you know, doing this with their arms. Now all you have to do is beep, beep.
So from your couch at home, from the stadium, you can make the change.
You can absolutely make the change.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
So you get out there and you vote. You be the coach.
For the first time ever, you will be the coach. and select your players. This Carling Black Label Cup update was brought to you by the champion beer, Carling Black Label.
So diarize that date and also diarize the fact that SABC One for show SABC Sport will be bringing you reliving those beautiful moments of the World Cup when the world's best, the likes of Xavi, Ronaldo, Messi, were here in South Africa playing the best football in what has now become known as the best World Cup of all time. Now let's move on to some of the best moomishes of the season.
Pasan feito. Bueno, Timlet, Zikala, Gomleska, Wakastan,
This is a moomish of the month, never mind the week.
Origin,
This is a moomish of the month, never mind the week.
Onoruta Kanaga Festival, algo so pasar en Mushiman. Ha ha ha! Uta! Yung chula ng kasampana kaya na kanchi, wala na eh. Nintiki, tawag ko doon, ay, yun ang pit.